Good morning. Welcome to today's Maryland Public Service Commission's administrative meeting. We have a relatively light agenda today. Why don't we begin by reviewing and approving the minutes from our last meeting on January 3rd. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the minutes as submitted for the January 3rd administrative meeting.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The minutes are approved. Before we head to the consent agenda, I'd just like to make a programming note. Our administrative meeting for next week, Wednesday, the 16th of January, will be held at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, not the customary 10 a.m. start time. I'd also like to note that we will be beginning the Potomac Edison rate case later on this month, and in preparation for doing so, commissioners will be attending some of the public hearings which begin next week. On Tuesday, January 15th, we'll be having an evening hearing at 6:30 in the evening in Cumberland at the Ramada Hotel. And then on Thursday, January 17th, at Winchester Hall in Frederick, the commissioners will also be available to listen to any public concerns or comments regarding Potomac Edison's rate application. With that, Madam Secretary, the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the consent agenda, there's two items. The first item is Eligo Energy Maryland, LLC, filed on September 10, 2018, an application for license to supply natural gas or natural gas supply services in Maryland. The second item is Taylor Consulting and Contracting, LLC, filed on November 26, 2018, change of ownership.
Thank you. Seeing no questions from the bench, is there a motion for both consent items?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. For item number 1, I move that we grant the company a license to operate as a natural gas supplier in Maryland for the customer classes and service territories applied for and recommended by staff, and direct the company to file notice with the Commission within 30 days of any changes to the information in the application.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The motion for both items are approved.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. That's for item number 1.
Oh, Commissioner Linton, item number 2. Yes.
I move that we note the changes in ownership structure.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The motion for item number 2 is approved. Madam Secretary, the administrative agenda.
There is one item on the administrative agenda, and that is FiberLight, LLC, filed on December 4, 2018, notice of financing transaction.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Kenneth Albert on behalf of the entire administrative agenda. This item addresses a filing by FiberLight that notifies the Commission of new financing that will increase their existing revolver financing from a capacity of $50 million to a new capacity of $70 million. FiberLight states that, quote, the purpose of the new debt facility is to provide working capital for continued network infrastructure build-out and for maintaining a target liquidity position. The Public Utilities article requires a public service company to require Commission approval to incur debt or liabilities, but this requirement only applies to, quote, corporations that operate in Maryland. FiberLight is a limited liability company, not a corporation. Therefore, Commission approval of FiberLight's incurrence of the debt is not required. FiberLight has demonstrated that the financing will assist FiberLight in expanding its networks and services. Therefore, staff believes that the financing is in the public interest. On basis of all this, staff recommends that the Commission note the filing by FiberLight.
Thank you, Mr. Albert. Is there a representative from FiberLight today?
Jim Falvey with Eckert Siemens here on behalf of FiberLight, and we appreciate the Commission's speedy consideration of this issue, and we believe that FiberLight meets all the appropriate requirements. I'm here also to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Falvey. Do commissioners have questions of the application or staff's recommendation? Commissioner Herman.
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Is there a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I move we note the transaction.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The motion is approved. Seeing no additional business before the Commission today, this meeting is adjourned.